The richest African royals. Royalty and wealth typically go together, but Africa's monarchs are not left out. From the grand palaces they call home, to the lavish cars they drive and the priceless jewelry they wear, these African kings are living testaments to the power and opulence of royalty. From Nigeria to Morocco, we'll take you on a trip across the continent to discover the top 5 richest kings in Africa. So if you're curious about the lives of the rich and royal, then sit back and join us for the fascinating exploration of African monarchy. Let's jump right in with number 5. King Otumfuo Osei Tutu II of Ashanti, Ghana. Of course, one of the kings has to be from Ghana. They don't call it the Gold Coast for nothing, and if you had any doubts, King Osei Tutu II would put them to rest. It's very difficult to put a net worth on royals, as it's difficult to account for all their assets and properties, but King Osei Tutu II is believed to be worth somewhere between $10 and $50 million. That's crazy, considering that most people in the country can't even imagine that kind of wealth. But you know, he is royalty. One thing everyone knows about King Osei Tutu II is that he owns a lot of gold. He owns so much gold that one time, when he was attending a conference in Norway, some of his gold was stolen right under his nose. But that didn't bother the man that sits on a golden stool and wears so many gold rings that he has people lift his arms on special occasions. That's a big flex. Pun intended. One of this king's most notable assets is his palace, the Manhaya Palace in Kumasi, Ghana. The palace is said to have been built in the early 1920s and is a significant cultural and historical landmark in Ghana. As a prominent traditional leader in Ghana, King Otumfuo Osei Tutu II owns a substantial amount of land in various parts of the country. He's also known to have invested in various businesses, including mining, banking, and real estate. As the king of the Ashanti Kingdom, he is the custodian of several cultural artifacts and treasures worth millions of dollars. Some of these artifacts are significant and priceless piece of Ashanti history, such as the Golden Stool, which is believed to embody the soul of the Ashanti Kingdom. Next up is the king of the popular Zulu people in South Africa, King Misuzulu Singobile Kazwelithini of Zulu, South Africa. After the passing of his father, King Goodwill Zwelithini Labeka Zulu, Misuzulu Singobile, the eldest son of his third wife Queen Montfambi Diamini Zulu, was crowned king of the Zulu nation. While South Africa royals aren't known for amassing ridiculous amounts of money and extremely lavish spending, King Misuzulu is still worth around $50 million. He also receives around $6 million every year from the South African government as part of the family's royal household budget. Pretty neat. Misuzulu's father passed away in 2021, and rather than headline news for lavish spending and whatnot, Misuzulu has been focused on improving the lives of his people in South Africa. It is assumed that Misuzulu inherited his father's famous car collection, which boasts of some of the finest car brands like Bentley and Rolls-Royce. There are also speculations that he inherited his father's vast estate, including extensive properties in both KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng provinces in South Africa. The king's late father was also reported to have owned a number of cattle and other livestock, which are a traditional measure of wealth among the Zulu people. Representing the country often referred to as the Giant of Africa is Oba Frederick Obateru Akinrutan, the Olugbo of Ogbo, Nigeria. Anything you've heard about this king's riches have probably been watered down. He's not only a king, but an extremely wealthy oil magnate. He is said to be worth over $300 million and control a huge amount of real estate in London and several parts of Nigeria. One of Oba Obateru Akinrutan's most notable business ventures is his ownership of the Obat Oil Group, which is a major player in Nigeria's oil and gas industry. The company is involved in oil exploration, production, refining, and marketing, and has become one of the largest privately owned oil companies in Nigeria. In addition to his business interests, Oba Obateru Akinrutan is also known for his luxurious lifestyle and his collection of rare and exotic cars. He reportedly owns a number of high-end vehicles, including a Rolls-Royce, a Bentley, and several Mercedes-Benz cars. One of his most notable cars is a custom-built Rolls-Royce that was designed specifically for him by the luxury car manufacturer. The car is said to be covered in 24-karat gold and is adorned with a number of precious stones, including diamonds and rubies. For the next wealthy African royal, we travel to the strange land of Swaziland, now Eswatini. King Mswati III of Eswatini. In Eswatini, you'll find something you don't often see anymore. Eswatini is an absolute monarchy, which means that King Mswati III has complete control over the government and the country's affairs. That's a lot of power, and you know what they say about absolute power. But we're certain King Mswati III has no time to listen to any of that or the other criticisms of his rule. He'd rather spend his time in the comfort of his 15 wives, for which he built 15 different palaces. He reportedly spent over $15 million building each of these palaces, and if that wasn't disturbing enough, he had one of his girlfriends do the interior decoration. The people of Eswatini live nothing like their king, and most of the country's citizens live in abject poverty, while the king notoriously spends his estimated $2 billion fortune on the most exotic cars and private jets. King Mswati III is known for his lavish lifestyle and extensive personal wealth. He is reported to own several palaces in Eswatini, including the Ludzazini royal residence, which serves as the primary royal residence, and it's used for important cultural and political events. He also owns a number of other palaces and residences throughout the country. King Mswati III is also known to be a car enthusiast, and it's said he has a large collection of luxury vehicles. Some of the cars in his collection include Rolls-Royces, Maybachs, and Bentleys, as well as several custom-built cars that were designed specifically for him, like his $214,000 Bentley Flying Spur and a BMW Rolls-Royce Cullinan worth $335,000. The king has a collection of private jets which he uses to attend meetings, political and cultural events, and parties. Most notable in his massive collection are his Airbus 340-300 worth over $60 million and a McDonnell Douglas worth $20 million. Did we also mention that as a supreme leader of Eswatini, he's entitled to about 60% of the country's land? This makes him the largest landowner in Africa, easily. Last, but certainly not least, is the King of Morocco. King Mohammed VI of Morocco. Even among his peers, this king stands out. That's what makes him number one. With a net worth of more than $8 billion, he makes some other African royals look like jokers. With his massive amount of money and power, King Mohammed lives one of the most extravagant lifestyles anyone can imagine, from luxurious vacation homes all over the world to private jets, yachts, and superjets. King Mohammed has them all. One of his most notable properties is the Royal Palace of Casablanca, his official residence, which is known for its opulent architecture and decor. The palace features beautiful gardens, lavish courtyards, and an impressive collection of artwork and furnishings. He also has other magnificent palaces in Morocco. He has one in the city of Fez, another in Agadir, and probably the most luxurious one in Rabat. The Dar al-Maqsen Palace, or Palace of Happiness in Rabat, is the king's formal residence. King Mohammed VI is also known for his collection of luxury cars, which include some of the most expensive and rarest vehicles in the world. He reportedly owns a number of cars like Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, and Lamborghinis, as well as custom-built cars that were designed specifically for him. He reportedly owns several custom-built cars, including a $2 million one-of-a-kind Mercedes Maybach Pullman Guard. This car features armoured plating and bulletproof glass, as well as a range of luxury amenities like champagne fridge and massage seats. What a ride that must be! In addition to his cars, King Mohammed VI owns a number of private jets and helicopters, which he uses to travel around the world. King Mohammed VI also owns a Boeing 747-400, which is estimated to be worth around $100 million. The jet, often referred to as the Moroccan Royal Plane, is said to be one of the most luxurious and well-equipped planes in the world. It features a range of amenities like a lounge, a bedroom, a private bathroom, and even a gym. When he's not enjoying the comfort of one of his luxurious private jets, you'd often find him in one of his super yachts. The king thoroughly enjoys yachting and has been spotted on a number of luxury yachts over the years. Within his private collection of luxury yachts are the Badis one, which cost over $100 million, and the El Bogas. If you enjoyed this video, then check out the next one on King Mohammed's son and 4 other princes as wealthy as he is. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, as more exciting videos like this one are on their way.